right, and welcome to Officer Brush Talks About Stuff. And today we're going to be playing uh, Kuiperium, and I'm here with one of the designers and creators, and so I'll go ahead and let him introduce himself.
Hey there, I'm Mat Cosineau. Thanks for having me on. This is a game that I've designed with my partner Steve Castle. It's pronounced Kuiperium, and just to give you a quick idea of the theming, I guess, and why it's called Kuiperium, is that it's set in the Kuiper Belt, which is a real place. It's an asteroid belt on the outer edges of our solar system. It was, I believe, discovered by some German dude named Kuiper, and so it was named the Kuiper Belt. And so when I came up with the theme for this game and wanted to come up with a fictional element, we decided to go with Kuiperium. So that's kind of the story behind the name. But yeah, thanks for having me on.
All right, so I already messed up by just calling it Kuiperium or whatever I just
You're
said a
not
minute
the
ago.
first person to mispronounce Skyperium. You won't be the last.
That's always kind of fun to learn.
Yeah,
So,
for
what made
sure.
you guys? What made you guys feel like designing this kind of game? Like, what's y'all story?
Um, I guess I wanted to try designing a board game. I've been a board gamer my whole life, and probably 3 years ago or so, just before the pandemic, I had an idea for a game that wasn't this one, but I wanted to start designing it, and so I had. And then I started listening to design podcasts and reading design, board game design books and that kind of thing. And all of the advice said, like, don't start big, don't start with a huge euro that's gonna, have tons of um elements and tons of components, I guess is the word I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Because if you're going into your first design and you're planning on going to Kickstarter, which was our plan, if you make a small mistake on a huge game, it could cost you a lot of money. But if you make a small mistake or do something, and I'm talking about financially mostly, right? If you make a mistake on a smaller card game, it's not going to nearly cost you as much. And if you start your first design as a smaller card game, it's much easier to kind of go through the process, make your mistakes, take your lumps, and learn your lessons, and then you can kind of go to the bigger projects next. And so I had put that original design aside and decided I wanted to create a card game. And I guess the principal idea, the very, very first nugget of an idea that I had was a tableau builder where you would be playing cards into your area. I'd be playing cards into my area for benefits. And at that time, I didn't know any of it, how it would play out. But that first nugget of idea was that, we'd each be building our tableaus, but every card you play has a worker placement location only your opponent can use. So the idea is that every card you play, you're kind of also weighing the benefits that or the opportunities and benefits you're giving your opponent. So that was where the idea for this started.
Okay.
And from there, Steve and I sat down and started brainstorming. And obviously, the game went through all kinds of different iterations before it landed to where it is now. And fast forward 2 years later, here we are. And there's a couple of boards here and other elements, but realistically, this is primarily a card game with worker placement as also a secondary kind of mechanism. So yeah, that's kind of the story about coming up with this idea or this design.
Okay. All right. So, what are we looking at here on the board?
So yeah, as I said, the idea is that humanity has discovered a new element in the Kuiper Belt and has sent two corporations out there to build a shared space station to work together to try to save humanity because our sun is burning out. And this new element is extremely powerful, very valuable, and could hold the key to saving humanity. But of course, two corporations go out there to mine this expensive thing. On the surface they're working together, but behind the scenes there's sabotage and subterfuge, and they're both trying to, outmaneuver their opponent to ultimately gain control of Kuiperium and ultimately humanity. So that's kind of the theming of it. In terms of what you're looking at here on the board, um, we're each playing cards into our play area. If you can imagine a line across the board here.
Okay.
Um, so when you're playing cards, you're going to play it into your area. When I'm playing cards, I'm playing it into my side. And then if you look at, actually, the best place to look at is maybe where our workers are stashed on our player board. So this here is a worker placement location. And you'll find that there's 4 on the starter board for each of us. And then every single card we're playing also has 1. So ultimately, the goal of the game and what we're trying to do here is to race. This here is the discovery track to the what is probably your left side of the board. And the goal of the game. Oh, I think you just
I
got
just
DC'd.
I I pushed the wrong button. I totally just set myself when I was trying to close the rule book.
Oh, I see.
While I'm reloading it though, um, there's somebody here named Jin, and she was just saying she didn't really get a chance to play it um, too much, but she said that she knows that the people that have played it have really enjoyed it.
Oh, okay. Who do we know that's played Kuiperium?
All right, look, I'm almost back in now.
Okay, there you go. We're back. So is that oh, somebody on the chat, I suppose, is what you're.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, there hasn't been a ton of people to play this game. But the mod is public, and we've done a ton of play testing. I've gone to a few smaller conventions. So there are a small group of people who've played it, but yeah, generally the feedback's been really positive. So we're excited to share it with the world.
They said it was
Uh,
at Nerdfest.
oh, at Nerdfest, awesome, cool. Yeah, we went to a Nerdfest, and it's called Nerdfest, a con in Michigan, and yeah, probably about 20 people played the game, and everybody seemed to really enjoy it. So, I mean, like I said, I'm excited to have this out in the world for people to actually try. It's been a long journey, but we're the light's at the end of the tunnel now. So yeah, all that being said, the win condition, just to get back to the teach here, this is the discovery track, and the goal of the game is to race with our little spaceship meeples here, and the first person to get to this 5 will win the game.
Okay.
Okay, so that is the goal of the game. How you do that is by gaining discovery points. So discovery points, if you look at your cheat sheet,
Okay.
um, is the gold gyroscope looking thing.
Okay.
So anytime you gain a discovery point, you'll move up this track that many points. So if you get 5 discovery points, for example, in one instance, then you can move 5 spaces on this track.
Okay.
Um, if you look at, there's some of these spaces that have 2s and 3s and 4s and 5s. So you cannot combine discovery points from different sources to move on to one of these spaces.
Okay.
So if you were to recall 3 workers, maybe I'll find an example here. Yeah, so here's a good example. Does that do it? No. There we go. So if you take a look at these 2 cards,
Mm-hmm.
one of them has 2 discovery points on it, and the other one has 1 discovery point on it. So if you were to gain discovery points from these 2 cards, you wouldn't be able to combine them and move on to a 3 spot onto the discovery track.
Okay.
Okay, so that's just an important thing in terms of the rules of moving up this track.
Okay.
Right. So, I mean, that's the what you're trying to do, the win condition. And I'll go quickly through the each of the actions. So how we do that is we take one action each and we go back and forth until somebody wins the game.
Okay.
So that's it's pretty straightforward in that way. So the five actions that you can take are also listed on the cheat sheet we have on the board there. So the first one is to play a card. So to play a card, you would either play it from your hand or your secret lab. We'll talk about the secret lab in a few minutes.
Yeah.
But basically, you'll just pull out a card from your hand and you'll find a location for it. You'll put it in that location. When you do that, you're gonna be trying to match corners
Okay.
as much as possible. Okay, so to give you like anatomy of a card, every card will have four corners on it, and they will have a different amount of lights. So in this scenario, you've got a green, blue, and yellow corners. You've also got a black corner, which is a dead light, does nothing for you. Okay.
Okay.
And then if you look at the card beside, there's one of the corners that has a rainbow.
And that's a wild.
That's a wild. So an important note for that is that wilds are not all colors at all times. At any given instance, you choose its color.
Okay.
Okay. So playing a card is just that. You find a spot, you plop it in there, and then you're going to gain the play reward, which is what's in the text box at the bottom of the card. So here on this card, it says play a worker on control center. The control center is here in the middle of the board, so you'd get to play a worker on there.
Okay.
And then it says if your opponent is further up the track, you also gain the move a worker icon.
Okay.
So that just allows you to move a worker, yours or your opponent's. That'll make a little bit more sense when we talk about workers.
Yeah.
But yeah, essentially that's play a card. So you've done that, and now you'll see at the top of the card, there's two icons there. One is the research icon and one is the Kuiperium icon. So now this is a location where your opponent could put their worker to gain a reward. Okay, so that's play a card. The next thing you can do as an action is to play a worker. So as I showed you, playing a worker is very simple. You're just going to play a worker. You do not gain the benefit right away. Okay, so you're just placing a worker out there with the hopes that you'll gain that benefit when you take a recall action, which we'll talk about in a moment. So
Okay.
placing a worker is exactly that. You just take one from your supply, you find a card or a location, and you plop it on there. The next thing that you can do is to refresh your hand. To do that, you will discard any remaining cards in your hand, even 0, and then draw back up to 4 cards. So
Okay.
that's how you get more cards, or one of the principal ways you get more cards.
All right.
Okay. The second to last one is to add a card to your secret lab. Now on your playmat, you'll see what looks like a card back on the right hand side of your playmat that says secret lab.
Yes.
So this is a spot where you can stash a card for later use.
Okay.
It's not considered to be part of your hand, but you can play a card from there when you take the play a card action.
Okay.
And there are a certain number of cards in the deck that either must be played from the secret lab, and it'll show you in the text, or can be played from the secret lab and will get you a bonus if you do.
Okay.
And a good indicator of that is that all the cards that could or should be played from the secret lab have a wild corner on them.
Okay.
Okay.
So that would be kind of like this one card right here in the middle.
Exactly. So that's a good example. So it says destroy one of your opponent's Kuiperium, which is that icon. Then, if played from the secret lab, move one of your workers to a different card and recall that worker. So there is a nice bonus there if you played from your secret lab. If you don't, all you get to do is destroy your opponent's Kuiperium.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, and the last action that you could take is to recall your workers. So when you recall your workers, let's assume we have all 3 out here, you're going to recall them one at a time and fully resolve them individually. Okay.
Okay.
So I would just basically pull one off and gain the reward from that card. So in that instance, it's a Kuiperium and a research icon.
Okay.
And then I would then recall from here, and I would gain 2 discovery points and another research icon. And then finally, I would recall from this one and gain 2 more research icons. So that is how recalling works.
Okay. How do we keep track of our discovery?
So you're anytime you gain discovery points, you immediately use them to move up this track.
Okay.
So it's a race to this 5 at the end of the track.
Okay.
And yeah, you're immediately when you gain points, you're moving up the track.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay, so this
That's
track represents, researching Kuiperium, advancing your technology, and eventually taking control of the space station and escaping our solar system with control of Kuiperium and humanity, if that makes
okay.
sense.
Yeah. And I see that there's
Um,
places you could deviate on that map as well, so you can go use 2 points to go down
you got it.
to get these 2 extra rewards.
Bingo.
And then I see the little dotted line here means that that's where you would go next.
That's exactly right. Yeah. So you could spend discovery points to go a little bit the longer way around, for example. But you'll get Kuiperium out of it, right? You'll get a bonus out of it. So those are decisions you can make along the way. That is more or less the primary mechanisms of the game. I'll very quickly go over the icons.
Okay.
So if you want to kind of zoom in on your cheat sheet.
Yep.
So the top left one is the worker placement location. The next one below that is to gain 1 Kuiperium. Below that is to gain a discovery point. Then to the top right is the research icon. So the research icon, and this is really important, does one of 2 things. You either draw a card from the main deck, or you can take a card from your hand and add it to the secret lab. So you can do
Okay.
one or the other with the research icon. The next one just below that is to move a worker, yours or your opponent's. When you move a worker, you just have to move it to another valid location. So my workers are on your side, your workers are on my side.
Okay.
And just below that is to destroy one of your opponent's Kuiperium. And then just below that, you see like a Kuiperium icon with a silver background. So
Yes.
some of the cards, there's good, there, perfect. So this green card here, you'll notice has a one of the Kuiperium has a silver background.
Yes.
So what that means is that if you recall from this card with a worker, you'll gain 2 Kuiperium. And if you're recalling all 3 of your workers, you'll also get that bonus Kuiperium.
Okay.
Okay. So you if you're only recalling 1 or 2 workers, then you don't get that silver background bonus.
All right. I can understand that.
Okay. And then the next on the starter board here is the spy network. So the spy network, you have to do this in order. So you may do this if you're recalling from there. You don't have to, but you may pay 1 Kuiperium.
Okay.
And step 2 is to discard a card from your play area. So if you have a card that's either not working for you, you want to get rid of, providing too many opportunities for me, whatever the case is, you can kind of get rid of a card on your side of the board by going to the spy network.
Okay. And I see
And
that's
then
in the middle of the board over there.
yeah, that's part of the starter board exactly. And then the last thing that's part of the starter board is the most important part of the whole game is the control center. So when you recall from the control center, you'll do this these 4 steps in this order. So you will pay 4 Kuiperium. So this is the primary way you're spending Kuiperium. Okay,
All right.
you're gonna spend 4 Kuiperium. You're gonna choose a card in your play area. You're gonna count its synergy value, and that's how many corners is matching. I'll go over that in a second.
Okay.
Then you'll gain that many discovery points and discard that card from play. Okay, so I'll run you through an example here. Let's go like that should be fine. Okay, so we're going to choose this silver card here.
Okay.
Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to count all of the corners that match it, excluding itself. So if you look at this corner here, you've got 2 greens that match it.
Yes.
This corner is black, so there's nothing.
Mm-hmm.
This corner is wild, so you're going to choose it to be red. So
Okay.
that gives you one more. And then again, this corner is black, so there's nothing there. So for this card, it's going to get you 3 synergy. So once again, when you recall from the control center, you're going to choose a card, count its synergy value, which is 3, move up the discovery track 3 points,
Okay.
and then you're going to discard the card from the play area.
All right.
And then the last thing you're going to do is check your affinity bonuses. So that's these tiles that are on your playboard.
Okay.
And you're going to look at the color of the card that you got rid of. We call it jettison. So you jettisoned a silver card. Right? So you'll notice this is a red card, silver card, blue card, teal card. It's 4 different colors.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you jettisoned a silver card. And so you're going to get to flip over your silver affinity bonus.
Okay. And I'm
So
not gonna
now
lie,
this,
I like the way that you also made sure that people with some color blindness can still play because you put the names on
yeah,
the side of them.
yeah, that was an important thing. And the lights all have a different shape as well. So the blue lights are kind of triangular, the yellow lights are squares, etc. So, you know, it's still gonna be tricky, I think, for colorblind people to play this game because there's so much reliance on the colors, but it's doable. And, you know, we made an effort to try to make it as accessible as possible. You know, you can only do so much, but hopefully, it helps.
Yeah.
So, as I said, that was a silver card. So you flip over your silver affinity bonus, and then it says here from now on, when you play a silver card, you may also play a worker or gain 2 research. So now
Okay.
your silver cards have become way more powerful, and every time you play a silver card, you get a bonus.
All right.
So all of these are a free worker plus something else, or I should say, or something else.
Okay.
So you can kind of it's not super important to understand or you know fully grok that at the beginning of the game,
Yeah.
but yeah, there's lots of little concepts that after you play you know a couple of hands and you get a couple of things done, it'll start to kind of sink in.
All righty.
And the last thing that we need to go through are these strategy cards. So each player will have 3 strategy cards given to them.
Okay.
And so the way that works is that when you reach this 3 spot here on the board, on the
Okay.
discovery track, there's a little strategy card icon there. At that point, you'll throw 2 of these in the back in the box or back in the stack and
Okay.
keep 1. And then that 1 card you'll choose to activate on your turn anytime you want from that point till the end of the game.
Okay. And so I'll get to see them all technically before I get to choose one.
That's right. Yeah, you keep them hidden from your opponent, and then you can activate once you pass this spot. You'll choose 1 to keep, and then you'll get to activate 1 on your turn whenever you like.
Okay.
And I believe that's pretty much it. We each draw 5 cards. Sorry, 4 cards. That was a recent rule change. So draw 4 cards to start. And then you can go ahead and take the first action if you like.
All right. Let's see. So I can either play a card, place a worker. Let me see what I got.
Yeah, and I will say I'll just kind of recap the core loop. The main thing you're focusing on, okay,
Mm-hmm.
is to play cards, build synergy. So build a card synergy by matching corners.
Okay.
Gain 4 Kuiperium, and then recall from the control center in order to jettison that card and gain the points from it.
Okay. And that would be one of our turns, or is that just a free action once we get the 4 Kuiperium?
No, so that'll be part of a recall action, right? So you're going to get a worker onto the control center.
Yeah.
And then when you recall from the control center is when you can do the jettisoning of a card, counting its synergy, gaining the points, paying the 4 Kuiperium, all of that.
All right. Well, I'm going to start by placing a card.
Good stuff. So then that would destroy one of my Kuiperium if I had one. And then if I was further up the track, which I'm not, you would be able to destroy a second one.
Okay.
Um, okay, I think I'm just going to play a worker onto the mining installation for potentially 2 research.
Okay. And so you can also take my my cards too. Like on my side of the board, I can only play on this half.
Yeah, you'll play on this side,
Yeah.
and yeah, so your cards go on this side, your workers go on this side.
Oh, okay.
That part's a little bit strange because it's not something that's common in most games to play workers on your opponent's stuff. So, but
Yeah.
yeah, once your brain gets used to it, to that idea.
Okay.
All right, for each other red card, you would gain a Kuiperium. So no other red cards quite yet.
Okay.
Okay, I will, I think, take advantage of one of these nice spots. I'll go on this card.
Okay. Oh, let's see. I think I will place one of my workers on.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna play this detention center. Move your opponent's worker onto this card of Fable. So I'm just
Okay.
gonna pull that guy.
Well then.
Hmm.
I will discard what I have left in my hand. Draw 4.
Okay.
All right, and that's my turn.
I'm going to play this card here. Tunnel boring machine destroys one of your Kuiperium, and then if you're further up the track, I would get 2. But being this early in the game, these things aren't triggering yet.
Okay. So then I will take this chance to let's see. This one says reveal and discard the top card of the deck and gain that card's recall reward.
Nice.
Oh, I don't want the whole deck. So that is you made the recall reward is 1 Kuiperium.
Yeah, the recall rewards would be the icons at the top. Yeah, and unfortunately, you pulled one that um that has, it's a great card for icons, but 2 of them is only if you're recalling 3 workers. But you got yourself your first Kuiperium. Congratulations.
All right.
All right, what do we got here? I think I will go ahead and place a worker on that card you just played.
Okay. So for me, I will place my second worker on discard.
Okay. You could probably just put it right in the middle of the card. With the
Yeah.
stat points in the game, it's a little bit the joys of TTS. You know, a love-hate relationship with TTS because it's finicky and sometimes some little things are not the best, but I mean, it allowed me to design an entire game remotely with somebody that lives, 300 miles away. So I can't
Well,
really complain.
one of the other designers, I got a chance to interview the designer of Lunar Rush,
Okay, cool.
and he said that tabletop simulator is the best way for board game designers to just get started, to just put something out there, because it's not you having to produce anything. You just have to put like a piece on the board, start your rule making and gameplay design.
Absolutely. And it's like if I'm playtesting something physically and I notice that a card or something isn't quite balanced, I have to go and print and cut another version, like remake, print, cut another version of that card. Or if I want to change half a dozen cards, like it's really difficult to like redo it, reprint it, cut it, sleeve it, and all that. Whereas in Tabletop Simulator, like I can just go into my design program, change the card, and then just load it in here and it's done. Like 5 minutes later, we could be playing again. So being able to like iterate quickly is huge too for playtesting and that. Yeah, mostly I love Tabletop Simulator, but it doesn't come without its glitches and its little things.
It has its
All right.
moments.
Yeah, exactly. So I will take a recall action. So I have 3 workers out there. I'm going to pull them all back. So one at a time. I'm going to pull this one off. That gets me a research and a Kuiperium.
Yep.
And then with that research, I can choose to either put a card on my a card on my secret lab or draw a card. So I'll draw a card. And then here I will get 2 Kuiperium.
Okay. And can you draw past your hand limit of 4?
The starting hand is 4, but the hand limit is 8.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and then I'll recall from here, there's 2 research icons there. So I'm going to draw 1 card first and then take a look at what I've got to see if anything should go in the lab. Nothing for the lab, so I'll just draw another. All right, that's my recall. It is your turn.
All right. Let's see. I am going to add my third worker. I'm going to put him right here on this one.
Okay.
And that's it. Now the decision making comes in.
All right. I'll play the Kypometer drones. Reveal and discard the top card of the deck. Gain that card's recall reward. So as you did a moment ago. And that gets me a point, a research, and a Kuiperium. So
Wow.
Kuiperium, point. Yeah, I got the good one. You got the not so good one. So point, a Kuiperium and a research. And then I'll play a card to my secret lab with
You
that
can have
research icon.
so you can have as many cards as you want in your secret lab.
No, just 1 card.
Okay.
Yeah, only 1 card there
Okay.
at a time. Yeah. If ever there's a card there and you want to put like there's one you prefer to put in there,
Mm-hmm.
you can as an action, like or as part of a research or a secret lab action. You just swap it with the one from your hand.
Okay. All right. So that your turn.
That's my turn.
Okay. Well, I'm going to recall all my workers then. So we'll solve this one first, and
Okay.
that will gain him a discovery point.
That's a research icon, that one there.
Sorry, research.
Yeah,
I knew it did one of something. It's supposed to be draw a card, which I'll do.
that's right. Yeah, draw a card or put a card in your lab. Yep.
This next one's also going to be some research. And so I'm going to draw 2 cards. And then my last one's going to be recalled. And I get 1 Kuiperium.
Yep.
And then I also get 1 discovery point.
You got it.
Which means I am now next to you.
Yeah, that's right.
I think I just knocked our guys over, but that's okay.
That's all right. Okay, so I'm going to place a worker on the control center.
Okay. Okay. So then that'll be your next turn. Okay.
Yeah, if I choose a recall on my next turn, yeah.
Yeah, and so the recall applies to the cards on your side, correct? Or not whenever you do your 4 Kuiperium?
Control center, correct, yeah.
Yeah, because you're essentially trying to build your own point system right now.
Exactly. Yeah. So you kind of build it up a bit and then you'll take a piece out, and you'll build it up a bit and take a piece out. That's kind of the idea.
Okay. So I'm gonna play this one, and it says force your opponent to choose and discard a card from their hand.
Okay. Let's see. I'll discard this one. Okay, my go. Right. Okay, I think I'm just going to take the recall action. I just have a single worker out there on the control center. So this will be a good example. So I recall from the control center. I pay 4 Kuiperium, which is all my Kuiperium.
Mm-hmm.
Back to the supply. Then I choose a card in my play area. And I will choose... I'm going to choose this one here, this blue one.
Okay.
So in this corner, I've got 1 match with this green. And I've got 3 more matches on that side.
Okay.
So that's a total of 4.
Okay.
So I'll move up 4 on the track. So I'll go 2 here
Okay.
for 2 Kuiperium. And then 3, 4.
All right.
And then that card gets discarded. And then I get to flip my blue affinity bonus. So from now on, every time I play a blue card, I can also play a worker, or I can destroy a Kuiperium and gain a Kuiperium.
Okay. All right. Let's see. I am going to use my turn and add a card to my research, my secret lab.
Cool.
It didn't drop in it. I don't want it to be in my hand.
If you hit H,
Mm-hmm.
that'll remove your hand from your screen for a second. I don't know if that helps you or not.
No, it's just falling
I think
into
it's
the.
because you're not moving yeah, because you're not you don't want to move your screen around, right? Because of your
No,
screen, I guess.
I was just not getting it.
Oh, okay. I guess your hand is probably directly over it,
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah, it was a
Oh,
little over it.
okay, I'll make an adjustment to the mod to move your hand back a little. Actually, that'll take me 30 seconds.
Hmm.
Just put that aside for a second, and we'll fix that up for you.
That's always fun, isn't it?
There you go. That should do the trick.
Yeah, yep, perfect.
Okay. Like I said, love-hate relationship with TTS. Back to me. Okay, this should be fun. I'm going to play this red card here. I get to look at your hand. I get to choose a card from it and force you to play it as your next action.
Okay.
So I guess we'll just pull that out of there real quick, and I'll take a look at what you got. Tension center, control center. Don't like that. Okay, I'm going to force you to play the detention center.
Okay. Which will pretty much be
Um,
useless for me since I don't have
because I don't have any workers out yet.
yeah. I see how it is. I see how it
Yeah, so
is.
I'll force you to play that.
All right, that's fine. Put it right there. All right.
Okay, back to me. I will play a worker onto this spot here.
You're gonna start hearing a child. My littlest one just walked in. She's like,
No
"What is this
problem.
game called?"
What's that thing, Josh?
Just
Called
show her the
Kuiperium.
word. Have her guess what
No,
it's.
you been.
What,
Can you say that?
No, you been. You been.
Oh, okay. She said no. She's not gonna do
I
it.
know you been. You been.
All right. So your last turn was placing that worker.
I know you been.
Yes.
I know you
Yeah.
have.
All right.
I know you been.
Okay.
You been.
Okay. Okay, baby. That's my 4-year-old. All right. So I am going to play this card from my secret lab
Uh-oh.
that I purposely hid from you.
Yeah.
Makes me glad that I did it now. And so the actions on this card is I gain a Kuiperium. And then if I played it from my secret lab, I also gain 1 research point and 2 extra Kuiperium.
Nice.
I will take my 3 of these.
Very nice.
And then as my extra action, I will just draw a card for the research. All right. Your turn.
Okay. What do I got here? I got 2 KP. I'm gonna place another worker. That's a good spot you just gave me. I'm gonna go there.
What been you been? What been you been?
What best friend am I playing with?
Yeah.
His name's Matt.
What's that?
Hello.
That's a name.
Monkey apple.
Well, yeah, you don't see him because we don't have a video going. All right, so you place your worker right there on this card.
Yeah.
I see why, because you'll get some nice recall points for that.
The cards are kind of self-balanced in that way.
Yeah.
If a card has a really powerful ability or great corners or a combination of both, then it would probably also have some really good icons for your opponent.
So am I allowed, say if I play in the control center in a second, am I allowed, like I know that'll be my second turn, but can I take a card that you're standing on?
Yeah, definitely. And then
And
my worker would just get returned with no bonus, no
okay.
rewards. So that's kind of part of the strategy too, is like when you're placing workers, like when I place this worker here, I know that this card has lots of synergy.
Yes.
So you're very likely to try to jettison that one. You weren't that close to doing that at that time.
Yeah.
So I felt kind of safe doing it. But now you've put me in a position where I'll either recall this or probably lose it. Right?
Yeah.
Because you're now in a position to recall and jettison one of your cards. So I kind of have to make that decision.
I'm hoping.
A little bit.
So I think I'm going to. I think I'm going to play this here.
Okay.
It's the cloning lab, and it says choose one of your opponent's workers, gain that location's recall reward.
Ah, I see.
I don't have. Sorry, I thought I had 4 Kuiperium, but I do not.
You were about to try and do a power move, but you know.
Yeah, I miscounted there. So I think I just have to recall so I don't lose. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna recall. So 1, 2 Kuiperium from there, and then 2 Kuiperium and a research from there. 2, and I have a card ready, so I'll just draw one. All right, over to you.
All right. So
Here we go.
since you've already recalled all your people for right now, I'm not yet worried now.
Fair enough. Yeah.
So let's see, what do I got?
So there's definitely a little push your luck in that way, right? Like, yeah, you put your workers out. The more workers you have out, the more vulnerable you are in losing your plan.
Let's see. So I am going to play. And so this says I can move in a card from your play area to a new location in your play area.
Yeah, mess up my synergy.
Yep.
How dare you? So it always has to be. It does have to be attached.
Oh, it does? Okay. Well, there you
Yeah.
go.
So if you happen to jettison this card, for example, that's fine. These things will just kind of float in space.
Yeah.
But whenever you're placing or moving a card, you have to put it at a valid location.
Yeah.
Attached.
Makes sense.
You wouldn't just build something or move something, in the middle of space.
My dad. My dad. I don't know. I don't know where by him.
Mm-hmm.
Where by him.
Your iPad?
No. My dad. A toy. Toy.
Oh, I don't know where it's at.
No, a bear. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I don't know what you're saying.
No, it is.
All right, so what you
I
still
haven't
trying to
done
figure
anything
it?
yet.
You're still trying to figure
yeah.
it out. Got it.
Just deciding. Yeah, I think I'm gonna play this card though. Just doesn't have a great spot quite yet. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna play this card from my secret lab. There, yeah, there. Destroy one of your Kuiperium, and if this is played from the secret lab, move another card from your play area into your hand. So I'm gonna pull this one back into my hand.
And then you would destroy one of my Kuiperium?
I destroy one of yours, yeah.
Okay, so I'll put that back in here.
And it is your go.
You don't know where to put that at? We'll play with it on the table in a minute, okay?
No.
I didn't know you hired my child to give you an edge. Yeah. So now I'm going to see what card I want to play. So I'm going to put this card on. And it's play a worker, then recall a different worker. So
Nice.
I am going to put this on this guy right here.
Mm.
And then the card I'm going to recall will be...
So you're recalling...
I'm going to recall this guy.
You have to recall that worker, right? Okay.
Yep. Pay my 4 Kuiperium.
Yeah.
And then I will choose a card. I'm just looking at them real quick, like, which one do I really want to choose? And I'm going to choose this one right here. Blue one.
Okay.
It's currently got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You got it.
So that's going to go into the discard pile.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to move 5 spots. So I'm going to move 2 right here to gain 2 Kuiperium.
Yep.
And then 3, 4, 5.
Very nice.
And that is my turn.
Well done.
And then since I jettisoned the blue card, I'll flip my blue card over.
You got it, yeah.
All right.
Okay, so I'm going to play this blue card out again.
Okay.
Destroying one of your Kuiperium.
Okay.
And then if you're further up the track, which you are, I get 2 Kuiperium of my own.
Yeah.
I'm loaded with Kuiperium here.
Yes, you are.
Just got to put it to use now. Oh, and that is a blue card, so now I get to place a worker for free.
Yes.
Which is going to go on the control center.
On mine or yours?
I
think I just put them on the wrong side earlier.
Yeah, that we share the control center, so that side is mine and this side is where I put yours.
Yeah, I put them on the wrong side earlier. Oh well.
Okay, yeah, no problem.
All right. So now it's my turn. I'm going to place a worker. Put him right here on the mining installation, and that's it.
Okay.
So how was playtesting for this game, while you're taking your turn? Just, how did you guys get the game to be as balanced as it's seeming right now?
Just like playing the snot out of it. The very nice thing is that we're a team of 2 designing this game, and it's a 2-player game. So, we were able to just play and play and play and play and make changes and play and play. I can just imagine a 3 or 4 player game. Again, this is our first design, so I can just imagine it being way more difficult designing a 3 or 4 player game, in that you always have to try to drag in other people to playtest and to get their opinions, and you don't see their hands or their thought processes. So it's like, I can imagine it being a lot more difficult to develop a multiplayer game, which I'm sure I'll find out eventually when I, go into that design space. But for now, yeah, 2-player game. Steve and I were able to just play a ton of games and make a tweak and make small changes until things felt good. And it took, the better part of a year, and playing. And when I say a year, it's not, like we played, hours and hours per week.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a lot of playtesting and making. So yeah, that's kind of where we've landed. So, but yeah, we feel like we're pretty confident that things are quite balanced and feel pretty good at this point. So we're ready to throw it out into the world and see what see how people like it.
Well, I mean, even from just me playing just now, I was able to I'm kind of getting the hang of it already, so it's not a hard game to learn.
Yeah, that was a big part of our strategy going in was to make a game with the rules overhead being pretty simple, but having quite a bit of strategic depth and replayability. So we feel like we've achieved that. But yeah, I guess we'll see when it gets out to thousands of people hopefully playing the game. Okay, so Hollow Reality Dome is what I've played here. I can discard a card from my play area. I don't think I will do that.
You're going to take one of mine.
And then I can and then if you're further up the track, I can also discard a card from your play area. So I'm just going to see which one of these has the most synergy. It looks like it's probably this one, although you have your blue affinity bonus already done. So I think I'll do this green one instead.
Okay.
Not that you can't do another blue, but it doesn't get you another.
Yeah, it doesn't help me gain my bonuses.
Yeah, it doesn't kind of help you, rev up that engine.
All right.
Over to you. But you'll notice now, like I played that really powerful card, got rid of one of your cards. But now I have a card out there that's giving you 3 Kuiperium.
Oh man, you already knew my move. I was going right there.
Yeah, so like that's the push and pull of the game, right? And the balance. So let's see. I'm actually looking for. So because I'm on this spot, and this is a good kind of time to explain this. I either want 1 discovery point or 4. Because otherwise, if I get 2 or 3 discovery points right now, they fizzle and they get wasted.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I'm going to recall, and I'm going to do this one here. So I'm going to recall from the control center. I'm going to pay 4 Kuiperium. And then I'm going to do this one here, which has 3 blues in this corner and 1 green in this corner. So that'll send your worker back. And that'll put me onto this 3 spot.
Okay. Which means you get to choose a strategy card.
Which means I have to choose my strategy card now. Yeah. So let's see. Doesn't mean I play it now. It just means I choose it now. Yeah, so I'm gonna choose that one, and I'll just put the other 2 back on the stack. So now I can choose to play that anytime on my turn as a free action.
Okay.
And now I'm going to flip over my teal bonus. So now anytime I play teal or blue, I can have a bonus.
Okay. And are the bonuses pretty much the same on both sides?
They're all play a worker. Yeah, they're identical. Yours are they're all play a worker, and then depending on which one it is, there's another bonus available.
Okay. All right. Well, then I am going to play my last worker again. Put him right there. And that's my turn.
Right. Okay. All right, I'm going to play this guy right here. Choose one of your opponent's workers, gain that recall reward. So I'm going to choose this one here, and I'll gain 1 discovery point and 1 Kuiperium. Over to you.
Okay. Well, obviously, I'm going to recall my workers. And so the first one, I gain 3 because I am calling all 3 of them back.
Yep.
Okay. This next one is gain a Kuiperium and a discovery point. But right now that's useless because I can't move anywhere yet because I don't have 3. But the Kuiperium works, so I'll take that.
Yep.
And then my last one is I gain 2 research points. And I am going to use them to draw 2 cards. And that's it.
Right on. My hand is empty, so I think I'm just going to draw 4 cards.
All right. Let's see. Ooh, that's a good one. I want to put it right there.
Okay.
And since I placed the blue card, I gain 3 research points.
Yep.
I'm going to draw 3, but then I also get to place a worker because I
You
have
got it.
stuff. And so I'm going to put that back on this one.
Back on that one, huh?
Yes, sir. It's your turn.
Okay. I'm going to play this card. It's the wastewater recycler. Might be my favorite card in the game. Play this into your opponent's play area. And it's just all black corners.
Hmm.
And then it is a teal card, so I get to play a free worker, which I'm going to put on the control center.
All right. Let's see. So I'm going to play the silver card.
Okay.
It says that I get to place a worker on my control center. But then if
Very
you're
nice.
also, if your opponent's further up the track, it means I get to move a worker, yours or your opponent's. So I'm going to move you off of this.
Mhm.
I'm going to put you on your friend.
I like it. Okay. So I need another worker out there. You think you're funny, huh?
A little bit.
Right. That seems like a good spot. For each worker your opponent has in your play area, gain a Kuiperium. So that's 2.
Yes. All right.
And then it is teal. So I will. Where are you at here? Well, you're. Let's see.
Trying to decide if you need to move me.
No, I'm gonna play my free worker.
All right. I'm going to play this wonderful card. And it says that I destroy one of your Kuiperium, but if I control at least 3 red cards, I get to destroy 2.
Yeah, you do control at least 3 now,
Yep.
so that's you're destroying 3. Ouch. Very nice. Yeah, so the red cards are often investments, because a lot of times they don't do anything for you until you've got 2 or 3 out there.
I know at least the cards are easy enough to understand because I'm able to read them, pretty much get what they mean.
Great. Yeah, that's good. That's important feedback. Yeah, and we've recently changed everything to have icons in that text box at the bottom. Used to be all text, and then we thought, okay, let's put some icons in there, simplify it a little better.
Oh yeah, that definitely helps.
Okay, what am I looking for here? Points. We are Kuiperium flush. It's not always the case in this game. Let's go here.
Alrighty. So I'm gonna just tell you now.
Mm-hmm.
You probably should have used your
Recalled.
synergy, because now I'm going to play this red card, and I get to discard a red card from my play area, and you get a recall reward. So I'm going to use this one, which will now destroy 2 of your Kuiperium.
Very nicely done. Very nicely done. So now that puts me in a position where I have all 3 of my meant by, like, if you have 3, pretty vulnerable. Where I'm only gaining 1 isn't enough for me to even use. Let's see. Is there a way out of this? Is there a way out? I think there might be. Maybe. Okay. I'm gonna play. It sets you back a couple of. I'm gonna play this card right here. Tunnel Boring Machine. Destroy 1 of your Kuiperium. And then it is a blue card, so I will destroy 1 of your Kuiperium and gain.
Okay, so is that 2 of mine that are going away?
Correct.
Okay. All right. So that puts me in a bind now, too. Or does it? So I will gain 3 Kuiperium.
Oh, nice. For each worker your opponent has in your plate.
All right.
And that's kind of the last couple of turns gives you an feel of, right? We're kind of trying to gain micro advantage, set ourselves just a bit further ahead.
Yeah. Hey, just to let you know, your mic's kind of breaking off every once in a while. I don't know if it's just because it's not close enough or something.
Is that better?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I think that should be good. It was maybe a little bit too. Okay. So I believe I will 2 or 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But that's blue. 1, 2, 3.
I know.
Is no.
Decisions.
Yeah. 1. No, just 1. 1, 2, 3. Hmm. Oh, I forgot about this. There's an opportunity for some. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm going to play this card.
Okay. Doesn't really do anything for you.
Um, or am I? Yeah, I'm gonna play that card. Yeah, it does. The action won't do anything. The play action won't do anything, providing the extra synergy that I.
Okay.
Okay, and then I'm gonna play my strategy card. So it is collateral damage. Remove up to 2 workers. If you removed your own worker, take an additional action. So this would be after my turn.
Okay.
If you remove an opponent's worker, gain 4 Kuiperium. So I'm going to
Oh,
remove.
you're going to take 1 and
your
1.
worker, and I'm going to remove one of them. It's going to be. So I gain 4 Kuiperium. Oops, that's a card.
But really,
Okay.
you should just keep the 3 that you have because you're about to use 4.
Right. You're right. Yeah. So I take 4, and then with my additional action, so I'll recall from here, which gets me a point. Oh no, I'm not recalling 3 workers anymore, so that's fine. I get 2 research.
So you aren't using your 4? You're not synergizing?
Yeah, I'm going to be recalling from the control center now, just because I recalled from here. I recalled from that card, so that gets me 2 research.
Okay.
And then now I'm going to recall from here, blue card. Jettison this blue card. So it's got 1, 2, 3,
4.
4,
5.
1, 2. I think I want the cards 3, 4. So that'll get me 2 cards.
Okay.
Okay, so that's my strategy card.
All right.
And that's
All
pretty
right.
typical for the person who plays their strategy card first to kind of jump out to a decent little lead.
Okay.
But it is quite common for the person who's trailing to play their strategy card and catch up.
I'm discarding those 2. I can draw 4. And
Okay.
that's my turn.
See, I've got a floater out here now. Which is fun.
Yeah. Because as long as other cards connect to it in the end, it's still fine.
Yeah, like that's when it got played, it was connected, so it's
Yeah.
fine. And now it's just kind of floating there. It's space. It's fine.
Yeah, what is it? It's just, where everyone's sleeping, floating in space.
Yeah. No big deal. All right, let's play this guy here. Move a card from your opponent's player to play area. I kind of like the icons on this one. Make sure that
Ready?
it doesn't get boosted. And that was a teal card, so I'll play worker.
All right. So I'm going to play this one. Trying to figure out the best spot to put it. and it is called Teleportation Device. And so I get to remove a worker, either yours or your opponent's. So I am going to take your guy back.
Very nice.
And since you're further ahead of me on the board, I get to place a worker.
Nice.
I'm going to put it right there.
Yeah, no danger of that card getting jettisoned.
It's
There's 0 synergy.
all your turn.
You have lots of Kuiperium.
Yes.
Um. Yeah, okay. Reveal the top card of the deck. Either put it in your play area, ignoring its play effect, or discard it.
Just give you an extra synergy card.
Yeah, exactly. So if it jives well with my board and I play it, I just get rid of it. Depending on the icons too, like sometimes it's getting this energy if I'm
Yeah.
I think I like it there.
Right.
So then I played a teal card there. There we go. Can't quite afford that, but
Your mic's still slightly breaking out every once in a while,
okay.
but I think it's all okay.
Was it better before? Or is that just starting new?
It just started like in the last 20 minutes or so.
Hmm.
It's all good. Most of your audio is coming through, so it's not too like jumpy or anything like
Okay.
that. I am going to play.
See, that's one you have to play from your lab, though.
Oh, okay.
There's that text.
Never mind. I'm just gonna play this one.
Mhm.
For each red card you control, you can gain up to 3. So I get 3
Yeah,
discovery.
and you can use one of those with that card.
Yep, that's exactly what I'm doing.
There you go.
And then I'll draw 2 more. There you go.
Okay. And what card did you just play?
This one right here, the red,
The red
one.
one. Okay. Red. Yeah, got it.
I don't exactly remember how to point at stuff.
Tab. I'm gonna. This one looks good.
Which one did you play?
Yeah, right there. I just played that worker.
Oh, okay, you put a worker down. All right. All right, I'm gonna play the silver card, play a worker, then recall a different worker.
Nice.
And so for that, I am going to get my third guy on here just to have it, and then I will recall this worker right here, which
This
means
is
that
one in your game.
no, I'm gonna destroy one of yours.
Yeah, I lose one and you gain.
Oh, okay, all right. So now I'm gonna take my extra jewel and add it to the rest, and it's all your turn.
I need a 3.
Yeah, I know. That's what I've been looking at too. It's like I have to set myself up because.
Yeah, I'm sure you've got plenty of options. 3 at the and like ideally, I want a 3 of a card that I don't already. And I do have enough. Okay, so I'm gonna. I'll take 2 Kuiperium from here.
Okay.
And then I recall from the control center. Oops. Pay 4.
Okay.
And I will do this. One in this. Another one here. So
So 4 points.
1, 2, 3, 4. And then I. So like this is where, if at all possible, to try to do different so that you can get your engine going.
Okay. Let's see. So I am going to play this card from my secret lab. And then as my second action, I am going to recall all my workers because I get the extra action.
Very nice. And you played your free worker from that? You played this, correct?
No, yes. So it's just you may take one additional action. So my first action was putting it. Oh, it's a blue card, isn't it?
It is.
See, look, I was just about to give you stuff. Then I recall them all. My
There you
second
go.
action. So I will get 3 Kuiperium from that one. And then I hear your cat. You got a cat.
Yeah.
And then I
It's
will.
trapped in this room.
Oh, it's stuck with you.
Yep.
This
I'll have to
one
go let it out
is. I get 1 discovery and 2 research points, so I will use those in just a
Got
moment.
it. Yeah, so recall that one last.
Okay. So I'll
And that
recall.
way it's not wasted.
Okay. So I'll recall the control center. I'll pay 4.
Yeah.
I am going to recall.
As long as you have one that's
Going to be this blue one right here.
okay.
Well, no, I don't want to do blue because I just did blue. So
Right. If you can do it with another color, that'd be better for sure.
I'll take this red card. I will
Mm,
get two
it's only
additional
got-
points.
It's only got 2. You need a 3 right now.
Yeah, I'm about to get 3, or do I have to have?
It has to be right, but you can't combine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then I will just take.
That red one might do. Yeah. Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, so that'll be good.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, yep, you're right. 4. So now I'll flip that over because I got that now.
Yep. Take your
And
4.
3, 4, and then I'll get a strategy card.
Yeah. Just put 2 of them back on the stack. And then now
I am going to choose this one. You can't see it though. Then I'll take the other 2. Turn them to the deck.
there you go. Give me 10 seconds here. I'm just going to let the cat out.
Yeah, no problem. There we go. And then, let's see. So I've done that now. And I still got to recall the last one.
All right.
So I'm recalling my last worker right now. So I get
Right. Yeah.
one discovery and 2 research points,
Very nice.
which I'm going to use to draw 2 extra cards. All right.
Nicely done.
I'm catching up a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. And once you play that strategy card, those are all pretty game breaking.
Oh, and I could play the strategy card at any time, right?
Anytime on your turn, yeah, as a free action. Before or after your action.
Then,
You usually have one pretty monster turn that you like I did, right?
yeah. So I'm actually going to play it now.
Sure, yeah.
It's called Retirement Plan. So I'm
Okay,
going to
yeah. I like that one.
remove one of my workers from the game.
You just drop them off the board. I like it. Get out of here.
You get 5 Kuiperium.
Yep. That's a lot of KP.
And then I also gain 4 research. So I'm going to use the first 3 to draw some more cards.
Smart.
And then I'm going to place one of them in my secret lab. But
Very
also,
nice.
the benefit from this is that I can now put as many cards in the secret lab as I want.
Correct. Yeah, so now you can see how powerful secret lab cards are. You've got, now you're in a great position. Kuiperium, you've got tons of cards. You got your secret lab, and I've got no Kuiperium, 2 cards, nothing in my lab. So you've got a pretty decent advantage there. And you have complete red. Okay, my turn.
Mm-hmm. I feel like it's worth the cost of one of my workers.
Yeah, that one's a pretty popular one. It does kind of what typically happens with that one is you'll right now for the next like 4 or 5 turns you're gonna have like jump ahead, and then you're gonna hit a bit of a wall and maybe struggle to hit the finish line. But the benefit is huge when you do get it. So yeah, definitely.
All right.
What to do here? You don't have any workers out.
No.
Does this get me anything? Not really. Not really at all. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna discard. And over to you.
All righty. So I'm going to play this blue card right here, which means I get to choose. I'm going to end up choosing the 1 discovery.
Yep.
I also get to place a worker because of my blue card effect. And I will place it right there. I can ignore all your other ones now because I can't get Silver's ones because I don't have 3.
Correct. Yeah.
Yep. All right. It's your turn.
Hmm.
We're starting to near the end point.
Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm gonna play this here. Remove a worker. Yours. Gonna have that guy back. You're welcome. Then if you're further track, not okay. But I do have my silver, so and I desperately need Kuiperium. I or
All right. My turn now, right?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to play this card right here.
Did you play that from your lab?
Oh, is that one of those? Oh, I keep
Yeah.
misreading that
I
part.
know the text. I know the text is small there too, and that's something that we're aware of. It's even, that's something that we're already.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then. I am going to play this
Anything with a
card.
wild corner is worth making sure you read all the text right.
Going to play this card. And
Choose
so,
and discard a card from my hand.
yep.
I will.
I'm going to resolve the rest of that while you're doing that. It says that
Yep.
if they're further up, I get a research point, which is going to let me put another card into my
Look at you go.
research area. And then because it's a red card, I also get to play a worker or gain a discovery. But I am going to play a worker. All right.
I will also. Where is right there. Okay.
All right. So, let's see. Now I will play that card. That's the right card.
You got two in.
Yeah, I know. I was just. Oh wait, they're both stuck on top of each other.
There you go.
All right, now I'll play this card. But I'm
Good
gonna
one.
go back over here. So I will gain. Says gain discovery equal to this card's total synergy, which is 2,
Correct. Yeah.
which will allow me to move. And I'm going to move to this spot right here, which will allow me to move two workers. Mine are my opponents.
Just one work. The 2 is how many points.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I am going to take away your chance to gain Kuiperium. I'm going to stick you with this singular one. And it's your turn.
Okay. All right. I guess it's just right back out there.
All right.
Second. Do you have a? Okay. Go ahead.
All right. So I'm going to play this card. This card says you may discard a red card from your play area and gain its recall reward. So I am going to use this to take this one, discard it.
Okay.
Gain 1 research point, 1 discovery. Move me right here.
Look at you catching up.
And then I'm going to put this card in my secret lab. I can actually do it. There we go. All right.
Oh.
Now it's your turn.
Okay, I guess I recall. So I get 1 research from that. Here I get 2 research. And and here I get 2 Kuiperium and a research. Take a look at my.
Oh, and I forgot to put a worker down because that was a red card.
Oh yeah, go for it. All right, I guess it's drawn the card. You got all the lab cards. Retirement.
All right. So I am going to use my recall. And so I'll use the control center one first.
Yep.
I'm going to pay 4. Then that allows me to choose one. I'm going to choose this card.
Okay.
It's worth 5 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. With wild. So it's green.
Yeah. Yep.
So that allows me to move right next to you.
Very nice.
Then I get to recall my other guy. And
Yep. On that last.
so I get to move forward that 1.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, for you.
Okay. And then what else did I get from that? It was the
A research
Kuiperium
and a
research.
Kuiperium. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll take 1 more Kuiperium. And then I will gain a research point, which will allow me to draw a card. Thank you. All done.
Nicely done.
Now I'm having to look at all my synergies because we're kind of getting to that point where we need either 4 or 5.
Yep. It's yeah. Now it gets tricky. A little bit of a speed bump here at the end.
I do like how much strategy is involved in this.
All right, I'm gonna play this into here. Hollow Reality Dome. We discard a card area. Which I think I will.
Okay. So you're discarding a card from your area?
From my own, yeah, and then I can.
You'll get to do one of mine.
Yeah.
Almost, baby.
Yeah, okay. We'll get rid of that guy. You're so. Got a bunch here. Pretty good.
Yeah, I got a pretty good.
Yeah, let's go with this. Okay, and then that was a teal. And I like that.
All right. Let's see. All right. think I know what I'm gonna do.
Me.
Another one in your lap.
Yeah, so I have 2 in my lab.
I see.
Me,
Yeah.
baby.
Card's upside down right now.
Baby. 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 Baby.
I didn't realize my card was upside down.
Baby. Baby. Baby.
All right. So this card
Look at all
says
the
that
wilds on your side.
discard up to 3 red cards from your player area. For each card
Oh,
discarded,
snap.
you gain 1 discovery and 1 Kuiperium.
I want a baby.
Yeah, those points will be wasted though.
Yeah, the points will be wasted, but it helps clear
You're
my.
getting nuts. Yeah, you get the synergy out of it. Yeah.
Do I resolve the card first?
Uh,
Because I'll also be able to place a worker.
you could do it in the
the
order of your choice.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't really do much right now.
Yeah, the sequencing is you place the card in your area,
Uh-huh.
and then you do your triggers in the.
Okay, so I'm going to get rid of that red card. I'm going to get rid of this red card. Get rid of this red card. And then I will gain 3 Kuiperium.
Very nice.
Just kind of hoarding it right now. All right, your turn.
Where am I? Still bad at this.
Whew. Let's see. Kind of getting close to the end.
Yep. Okay, this is a good. Right there. Play worker on the controls. Then, if your opponent's for the tracker, and
Okay.
then I will play my free worker, and I have
Place him in the space.
uh, yeah, we'll go on this guy here. Okay.
Okay. All right. So now this guy's on the spy network.
Yeah.
Okay. I will move. I'm going to play my secret lab card.
Oh, you have so many wilds on your side. It's awesome.
So I gain a Kuiperium, and
Really,
then
you've really taken advantage of your.
and then if played from my secret lab, I can play a worker and move a worker. Play a worker, and I'm gonna move a worker.
I rescue that guy. I like it. All right, I'm recalling.
Okay.
So I get 2 Kuiperium from there.
Mm-hmm.
2. And a research. And then here I get 1 point and a Kuiperium. Right there next to you. Recall from center. And I believe I have. I think it's this teal. 1, 2, 3. Exactly. Card. Pay my full.
All right.
And I already have my teal. Over to you.
Alrighty. Well, I'm going to recall. We'll start with my control center. So I'm gonna pay my 4, 3, 4, and then I'm going to take this guy right here. And he's going to be my synergy one, so it'll be 4 points because all of these are reds.
Yep.
So 4 points. And I am tied with you now.
Right on.
Pretty much in our last spot.
You paid your 4?
Yes. I just have a lot.
Okay, fair enough. You still got a worker out there.
Oh, I do, don't I? He gets...
research on the Kuiperium.
Yeah, because the discovery's useless.
So is that Kuiperium. We're honest. You don't need any more.
Can never not be a hoarder, though, you know?
Right. Bit of a race here now, I guess. 5. Reveal the top card of the deck. Either put it in my play area or discard it. That's going to get discarded. And I'll play a worker. Let's go on this red one here. Over to you.
Okay. All right. I'm going to play blue right here. So I get to choose. I'm going to take the 2 discovery, or not discovery, the research points. My first one is going to be this card going into my secret pile.
Pile.
And
You're not wrong.
The next one will be drawing this card. And then because it was a blue, I get to place a worker.
Mm-hmm.
So I will place my worker. Start getting him set up.
Yep. Okay. I'm gonna place this here. That's only getting you. And then I'm gonna discard 2 cards. And that's a blue, so I'll marker. Never just go sure. Okay.
Alrighty. So for this discard pile, we just kind of flip it back over and shuffle it, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Oh, let's see. It's my turn now.
Yep.
So I will start with this card right here. I'm going to put it right there. And then since I played it from my secret area, I get to make 2 movements.
Yeah.
So I am going to take your people. I don't want the whole card, I just want this worker. Have fun right there.
Now you're
All right.
done.
We'll be in a second, baby.
Done.
And we'll play this guy
Now you're
here.
done. Now you're done. I'm ready, Bobby.
I know. We'll play in a minute, okay?
Okay, I'll pay 1.
Okay.
And I'll be over. Free work.
Oh, baby. I just want you, baby. I really want baby.
And so, which one was that card you just played?
I played this guy here.
Okay.
No, sorry, this guy here. Right.
Okay. So you paid to move.
So that's why I paid 1 to move over. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
And then I got my free worker.
Baby, what?
So where'd you put my guy at?
So that did put me. I put you on the.
Okay.
That does put one of my cards at 5.
I really want baby.
Synergy,
I really
and
want
I have 4 Kuiperium and a work.
So you win.
Well, unless you can disrupt me some.
I don't have anything to do anything with that.
No.
Because that's going to be your next turn, right?
Yeah, you don't have your teal. Okay.
Yeah. No. So I'm pretty much. This is game.
I really
I don't have the ability
Yeah.
to recall, and so you win.
There it is. So it turned out to be a real close game in the end there. You're probably only a couple of
Now
actions
you're
away at most
done.
yours.
Now you're done.
hmm Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things that. Just give me just a minute, okay? She's like, it's time for you to play with me. Yeah, because I mean, there really wasn't much I could do because it was just this card right here, this one,
Right.
and this one. So
Right. You have this in hand
yeah, I had both of those.
right now?
Yeah, but I don't. Even if I were to move it, I don't really have an ability to kind of continue. I know I could play this one, and I can move you, but at the same time, if I move you, I'm still not going to really have much to play with. I'm looking a couple turns ahead.
Yeah, fair enough. You're not
Yeah.
you don't have anything close to 5?
No.
Not really, eh?
No. So I mean, I've
1,
lost.
2, 3, 4. 1, 3. Yeah, these black corners are
Yeah,
tough.
and this one right here that you put was the
Two.
big issue.
yeah. The spy network does let you get rid of that.
Yeah. But I played how I played.
Yeah,
So,
for sure. Yeah.
Good game,
I mean,
man.
it's your very first game, so like figuring things.
Yeah.
Yeah, good game. That was a huge comeback. Very well done.
Well, that's what seems so nice about it is that it's not so much that one person in particular is going to win. You never know what the outcome is going to be.
Yeah, typically like we're all taking micro advantages and like setting each other back by 1 action here, 1 action there. So by the end of the game, I was able to set you back, a
Yeah.
few more actions than you did, and that's ultimately different. Also, like, this being your first game, in the first half of the game, you probably weren't playing that optimally.
Yeah.
Because you were just figuring things out, right? Which is fair. And then the second half of the game, you figured out, and that was when you cue the comeback, right? And you kind of right back. So definitely as a typical first game, Kuiperiums.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
this will
Any
be.
thoughts?
I mean, it's fun. Like you said, there's a few quality of life things you guys are going to work and change.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
once those
mostly
are
just-
done, it's just cosmetic stuff, really.
No.
Yeah. Fair enough.
But yeah, I mean, like once you change the little secret lab stuff and things like that, I think that I'll be able to pay more attention.
Definitely, that text is definitely too small, and it's even worse in person. We got the prototype
Did you ever think of just making it like a science flask image?
The research icon.
Yeah, that secret lab. Like
We are
making it-
changing the icon a little bit. Yeah, it won't just look
Okay.
that mostly because at a glance, we're looking at like the research icon, it looks a little worker icon.
To me, like
because
from my
Okay,
view
sure,
up here, it looks like Samus's ship from Metroid. Like when you're backed out enough, it just looks like
Right.
her golden ship.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, so yeah, a few minor changes, but generally we're probably about 95% of the way there in terms
Okay.
of the graphic design of it and everything.
Yeah.
Balance wise, I don't think.
Yeah, balance wise, I don't think
Pretty
there's really much that needs to be
much right.
changed.
Yeah, we're right there at the finish line, I think.
All right.
Of course, we're always learning, but yeah, it's we're excited. So for anybody, the Kickstarter launches on February 20th in about just under 3 weeks now. So, and you can follow the project. The best way to do that is to go to dragonegggames.com/Kuiperium. And then you can maybe share a link. I'll share a link. But dragonegggames.com/Kuiperium. And then from there, there's a little bit more info, trailer for, and there's a sign up. So you can kind of sign up to get notified on. And then we do have a link there as well to Kickstarter pre-launch page to. So yeah, everything's looking of our projection. Fairly confident, fun to really share our
Alright.
project with the world.
Yeah. So for those that maybe didn't catch his audio because it started clipping a tiny bit, but he
Okay,
said
sorry.
Kickstarter launches on February 20th.
You got it.
If you want to learn more information, you just go to dragonegggames.com. They actually have a full pre-Kickstarter launch companion page on that site where it has more information. It has a link to the actual Kickstarter. I will be including that Kickstarter information down in the description of this video once it's done and everything like that, because it's just got to get some chapters added so that people know where to click. But other than that,
Perfect.
I mean, it was great to have a chance to play this game and experience it, and I think that you guys will have some good luck in the future.
Awesome. Thank you so much for playing. Much appreciated.
All right. Well, if you wait just a minute, I'm going to go ahead and do an outro real quick, and then I'll kind of get back to you, and we'll kind of just finish our chat and be done. All right?
Okay.
Okay. So for anyone that liked this video, please subscribe so you can stay up to date on any new information that comes out. Slowly working towards our first 100 people. If you want to learn more about Kuiperium, go ahead. You'll find some information in the description below. And just let me know in the comments about what you found interesting or what you found as something that might need a little bit more explanation, and we'll get that to you. All right. Thank you for watching.